after his abusers, Stuart Knowles and Andrew Lord, were sentenced to a combined 23 years for non-recent sexual offences committed against him as a child, a survivor has spoken out. In a poignant victim impact statement, the survivor, who is now a man, detailed the enduring effects of the childhood sexual abuse he endured at the hands of two men on his life, which he has carried into adulthood. He stated, "I am issuing this statement to elucidate the influence that the sexual abuse I endured as a child has had on my life. Stuart Knowles and Andrew Lord sexually assaulted me when I was 14. I was a juvenile at the time and was unable to comprehend, prevent, or adequately process the events that were occurring to me. I experienced fear, confusion, shame, and distress as a result of the abuse. The actions of both perpetrators have profoundly and permanently impacted my life. My emotional well-being, my sense of security, and my capacity to trust others were all impacted by the abuse. My experiences include anxiety, depression, panic attacks, nightmares, flashbacks, difficulties with relationships, and a loss of confidence. My childhood, trust, and existence have all been significantly impacted by this unwavering abuse. Rather than experiencing a sense of security and protection, I endured emotional distress and anxiety." Stuart Knowles, the 14th of November 1963, was convicted of 18 counts of penetrative and non-penetrative sexual activity with a male child between the ages of 13 and 15 at Manchester Crown Court after a trial. This occurred while he was the captain of the Boys Brigade in Wigan from 2005 to 2007. At the time, the survivor was a member of the Boys Brigade. Andrew Lord, the 30th of May 1964, was convicted of 4 counts of penetrative sexual activity between 2005 and 2007. Lord was persuaded to participate in a threesome with Knowles and the survivor in the store cupboard of a primary school in Wigan. The Boys Brigade is not associated with the Lord. The survivor continued, "The impact persisted as I aged. I have been profoundly traumatized by the horrific events that occurred when I should have been in the trust and care of someone, as have other members of my family. I have also struggled with suicide. These experiences have had an impact on my mental health, daily life, self-esteem, and relationships. There have been instances in which the abuse has impeded my ability to work, study, maintain relationships, or appreciate life in the manner that I would have preferred. One of the most significant repercussions has been my desire to end my life as a result of the torture I endured and the difficulty I encountered in maintaining a somewhat stable life as a result of the terror I encountered. I was unable to continue to manage this situation. The abuse altered my perspective on the world and myself. It has impacted my capacity to feel secure, trust others, and navigate life without the weight of the events that transpired. Measurement of the injury caused by the actions of both perpetrators is not solely dependent on the abuse itself. Long after the abuse concluded, the consequences have persisted and continue to influence my life to this day. I wish for the court to comprehend that the abuse was not a single incident that concluded upon its cessation. Its repercussions have been enduring and continue to influence my emotional well-being, relationships, and quality of life. I make this statement with the utmost honesty and based on my personal experiences," he additionally stated. Knowles and Lord were sentenced on Friday, July 24, 2026, at Manchester Crown Court for sex offences against a minor between the ages of 13 and 15. Rylands Street, Wigan resident Stuart Knowles, the 14th of November 1963, was sentenced to 16 years in prison. Andrew Lord, of Vicarage Road, Oral, was sentenced to 7 years in prison on May 30, 1964.